Evening, guys. Tonight we're going to discuss a little bit the Sars registration requirements. I know a lot of people have a lot of questions about that. So a couple of years ago, Sars actually started that all South Africans who earn an income needs to register for income tax. Prior to that, it only used to be certain people that get above a certain amount, but everybody needs to be registered for income tax, and everybody who is registered for income tax needs to submit their income tax returns annually. So we have a little bit of an additional tax. Actually, it's not quite an additional tax. So this forms part of um, income tax, but you pay your income tax in portions, if I can call it that, and it's called provisional tax. So social media influencers are required to register for provisional tax if their income exceeds the tax threshold, which is currently 95,750 rand annually in a 12-month period stretching from March every year to February, and if you're under the age of 65. Then when you are a huge earner, you will be required to register for VAT. So anybody who earns more than 1 million South African Rand in a 12-month period, starting from March every year to February of the following year, will be required to register for VAT. And there are two types of VAT registrations currently. So either you have a monthly VAT or you have a bi-monthly VAT. So you can either submit your VAT returns every single month, or you can submit it on a 2-monthly basis. And then the 2-monthly basis, you can get even periods or uneven periods. So that is it for Sars registration requirements. Next, we are going to look at when we are supposed to submit these taxes. Provisional tax, you get 2 periods, right? So you get your first provisional tax period, and that is usually needs to be submitted by the end of August every year. So what you're going to do there, and I'll show it in the next video on how to do your submissions, but for that first provisional tax, you will only base your income on that first 6 months, stretching from March till August. And then your second provisional tax is usually filed in February, the end of February every year, and that will then be based on the income received for the full financial year, less the provisional tax which you already paid in that first period. And then when you actually submit your income tax return, which is usually in July of the following year, all the provisional taxes that you paid here will be deducted from the sum total of taxes due. I hope this helped, guys. I will see you in the next